All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 803. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who also wants to eat your pets, but he's just not very hungry anymore because he's on Ozempic. Wombat. I know it's not Ozempic.
It's not Ozempic.
That's not the point. I can't remember the name of the fucking thing you're on.
That's okay.
It's about the pets. That was the point.
I understand the joke, and I find that highly offensive.
Good. Mission accomplished.
Because I don't eat cats.
Right. But what about hamsters?
I eat ferrets, and I was literally about to make the same joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, reality is funnier than our jokes.
Yep. as per usual.
Yes, not much we can do about that. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. A lot of excitement going on in the
in Ohio.
In Ohio, yes. Everyone's locking up their pets.
Putting a dome over Springfield.
Mm-hmm. You had a funny story, Ship, about the pets.
About the pet? Oh, just I don't want to tell that one on the show.
Oh, okay, that's
fine. I might get back to
right. You never know.
You never know who listens to the show.
It's never stopped me before, but
right.
I'm a lot taller.
Yeah.
And there's less guns here.
Yeah, there's so I'm in Ohio. I'm not near Springfield.
Okay.
But yes, there are people here that I've heard comments about how the streets aren't safe.
For your pets.
They were safe before the debate. They were safe before the debate, but then once we found out about this whole pet eating situation,
yes,
then the streets are no longer safe for children.
Well, for pets.
No, for children as well.
Oh, they eat the children?
The children, yeah.
They're eating children. Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh.
They're not eating pets. They're actually eating children.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You ever see the movie It?
No.
Or are you familiar with It?
No.
I'm familiar with It, yes.
It is actually an immigrant.
Wait, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
I just told you I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah.
Sewer
he just saved you like 1,500 pages.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to watch the movie one day. I don't know when that day was going to happen, since there's two of them and they're both long.
It's based on a true story that happened in Springfield, Ohio.
Ohio, yep.
I don't
it's
think
all
that's
happening
true.
in Springfield, Ohio.
Yep.
Nobody's eating any animal, any cats or dogs in the streets of Ohio.
Somebody might be somewhere.
Not
apparently there was one woman who was arrested for having eaten a cat in Ohio.
Sure.
But it wasn't an immigrant. It was a natural born citizen of the United States that was eating a cat. So I guess that throws that whole who eats cats thing out the window, because apparently anyone can, which I didn't know anyone could just eat a cat. That changes my whole worldview.
Right. But you're not very hungry anymore.
No, I'm not. No, I had chicken soup for dinner, so I'm fine.
Right.
The coyotes are who we should be mad at. Like,
why?
I know people have lost cats. I've seen cats
because they're eating the pets.
The coyotes are the ones eating the cats.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I could have the Ring camera footage of that. But
are they liberal?
Coyotes?
Yeah. How are they voting?
I don't know. I feel like roadrunners would be liberal and coyotes would be conservative.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask me what I'm basing this on, but I feel like if given...
Is it the amount of weapons that the coyote has?
Yes, coyotes are very much into their Second Amendment right, and they don't want... And, they're afraid of, prices going up because they buy a lot of crap. So I'm
not buying this crap. That's for sure.
Lean Republic.
I don't think you can. It's pretty hard to find any type of political meaning. But then again, I haven't watched those cartoons in so long. Who knows? Maybe I just don't remember them. I mean, I was only
watching it with the wrong lens. Maybe we have to put on that political hat while you watch it and be like, I wonder who would be,
or not be 8 years old.
That's true too. Roadrunner cartoons are still awesome.
I haven't
Can confirm Roadrunner Coyote holds up.
They're worth watching again. Yes.
Yes.
You can watch them. That we've got a grocery store that plays them on repeat.
Right.
Nice.
There's probably some streaming service that I never heard of that's showing them.
Yes. Although they're supposed to fold Boomerang into Max like early next year.
What was Boomerang?
Boomerang was Cartoon Network's oldies
Okay.
station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been around since like I was in college. It's been
it's been around for like 25
early 2000s.
years. Yeah.
Right.
But, you know.
That'd be a fun game. I think we talked about that streaming service or not. From the people who brought you Switch Game or not.
It was Boomerang was an actual cable.
No, I get it.
Still is.
Right.
It still exists.
Okay.
Still exists.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cable still exists?
Yeah, cable still exists too. I watched it yesterday.
You would.
I've gone the GPD route of I have cable, but I've never hooked up any of the boxes now since they switched out. And the only reason I have it is because that's the only way to watch the Reds. Like I have no other choices besides pirating. I guess I could go the pirating route.
But then you live in Pittsburgh.
Correct.
Wah, wah.
Correct. It's baseball show.
That's how it works.
I don't think you can watch it. Well, yeah, you're watching it on like a little corner screen with like a lot of pop-up ads. It's not a great experience.
Mm.
What else have you been up to?
I went to Huber Heights to see a Jason Isbell concert.
Where is that?
How was that?
Where is that?
Where's Huber Heights? You never been to Huber Heights?
I mean, is that a shopping mall? I mean, I know he's big, so he's not playing at a shopping mall. Oh, essentially, you said yes.
The town of Huber Heights is essentially a shopping mall.
Okay, fair enough.
The funniest thing was like we stayed. It's a suburb of Dayton.
Okay.
You heard of the band The Breeders?
Yes.
The Breeders are from Huber Heights.
Can't stop the fever, right? Or can't stop the.
No, the Breeders
something.
are Cannonball.
Can't stop the something.
No,
that's the Seether.
Seether, yeah, that's it. That's not them.
That's Veruca Salt, but similar in musical style and
but the Breeders are Cannonball.
1993-ish.
The Deal sisters. Kim Deal was also in the Pixies.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a really annoying rock trivia contest between you two. I could be the host.
We could, particularly in that time frame of
90s. What's your 90s is your strongest, you would say, Ship?
I probably, yeah.
What about you, Wombat?
Yeah. I would say 60s through 80s, but I've forgotten
90s.
So much.
Not 90s.
I mean, you could throw some 90s in there. I would probably hold my own. But again, and I fully admit this, I have forgotten so many things in the last like 3 to 5 years that I don't have as much confidence as I would have as, say, a 40-year-old.
COVID.
Yes, definitely.
And all 100%. Those bong
hits. Yeah, you know me.
Listen,
so Huber Heights has like, I have no idea why it's called Huber Heights. It's really flat.
Don't do that now, Wombat. Sorry, I'm making theater of the mind.
So it's a really nice like music venue. Like it's an outdoor like amphitheater type venue. I think it's owned by the same group that owns like our big amphitheater down here, Riverbend in Cincinnati. So we stayed at the hotel though next to it because by the time the concert was over, it's like, I don't know, hour and something drive back to where we live. And the like right outside of the elevator, they have like this bulletin board, right? Like of like, here's all like the local things to do. And it's like, okay, here's the local brewery, Warped Wing. It's right there and everything. And it's like local shopping. And it's like Walmart, Kohl's, Target. Like it's all like the most non-local shopping you could be doing.
Sure.
But it was a good concert. Got to hang out, had dinner beforehand, and then hung out after the show with Isbell as well. So
did your kids come?
They did not come to this one.
Okay.
It was. I guess they could have, but
I didn't know if that was a dumb question or not. But,
no, not a dumb question at all. Like they've been to Isbell concerts before, but the in-laws offered to watch them, so
Perfect.
Do
Right.
it.
Did people stand for most of the show, would you say? Or
Yes.
okay.
For the majority of the show, people were standing. Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm always
they wouldn't
curious
have been
about
able to see very well. We had aisle seats where we were sitting at, but
Right.
We probably would have, if we'd have gone with them, we'd have ended up like watching from the side of the stage, which doesn't sound nearly as good.
Right. I would guess. Yeah.
Out in front.
Unless they give you headphones with like a good mix. They don't have that probably.
I don't know. They may. I've never asked for that option.
Right.
But it's good. It's a good concert. You guys should see him sometime when he comes through.
Yeah. I think about it.
Yeah.
I check.
One of these days.
I check to see like he was right
Would
here.
I also be able to have dinner and hang out with him after that?
Sure.
Why not? I can probably make that work.
Ooh. No, it'd be too embarrassing.
I know. I wouldn't know what to talk about, and I would be too nervous the whole time. I don't think I
wouldn't be nervous at all. I'd be nervous about Wombat saying something very awkward. That's what I'd be nervous about. I wouldn't be nervous about myself because I don't know him at all.
Okay.
Except I did watch that HBO thing about him. That was great. Except he got divorced right after that, right?
Yes, he did.
Right.
He did. Yes.
Yeah. I remember watching it and thinking he could get divorced soon, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it wasn't even that bad. But you could just see how it could be difficult being like two artists living together. Anyway, what else you been up to? New gym. Who got a new gym?
I did.
What?
Well,
you're cheating on Orange Theory?
Yes,
What?
I did tonight.
That's good.
Tonight I went for an hour to a new
pumped?
gym.
Did you pump?
Oh, you went like an actual
real gym.
Another gym?
Another gym. Well, my school district spent, I don't know, let's say $1 billion. That sounds like a reasonable number.
Probably not $1 billion.
I'm going to go with $1 billion. And they built a whole new a wing onto the high school, which is just a gym. Not like a gym, like a high school gym where you run,
Yeah, they all have
like a community center.
A community center.
Into the high school. That we've got a similar thing.
It's
where
it's
I grew up, the high school turned into that. Yeah.
They have a state-of-the-art fitness center now with treadmills and rowing machines and weights and the whole shebang.
A gym. You're describing a gym.
I'm describing a gym.
So you went. So what'd you do there?
And I went. It opened this week. So I went.
Nice.
And I did the treadmill for like 30 minutes. You can only be there for 50 minutes at a time. It's a 50-minute session.
Oh, you have to like book like a block.
You have to book it
because it's too popular. They got to do that so people don't.
And it's only available to the public from 6 to 9. It's part of the school. It's not a community center. We have a community center.
Oh, okay. So
we have a community center. Yes.
What's the new community center?
This is a high school gym to make our athletes into super athletes. But because it has so much state-of-the-art equipment and they spend so much money that they opened it up to residents from 6 to 9 on weeknights. And you can book an hour and you can run on the treadmill for, an hour if you want. Or I did 30 minutes on the treadmill and then I did the one of those machines where you go like this. And I did another machine where you go like this.
The butterflies.
Yeah. And I did that for a little while. And it was nice. It was cool. And, I did the thing and it worked out because Sabrina had a tennis game at the same time.
That's what they call them.
Yeah, tennis.
Match. I think they're matches.
Tennis match. She had tennis.
You better learn the proper terminology if you're going to hang with these tennis parents.
Exactly.
Well, he's not hanging with him. He's going to work out.
Right.
Actually, we could see her from the windows because it faces over the whole all the fields.
Right.
So I could run on the treadmill and watch her play tennis without hovering.
I think they're courts.
Courts. I said, yeah. No, there's the fields, the football fields and the track and all that. You could see it all from they perched the gym up high, so you could see everything out.
Yeah.
And they
see the track and
panoramic windows. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tracks and fields and courts. And yes.
And they were hitting the ball with the paddles.
Yeah, with the paddles.
Balloon. They were hitting the tennis balloon with the paddles.
The tennis balloon with the things, with the oars.
Nice.
With the tennis oars. And so so I can watch her. She won, by the way, and yeah,
Nice.
so that was nice. I can watch that and run, and they have TV screens on each treadmill.
Wow.
So you can log into your Netflix if you want, but I set it to like I did the Adirondack Trail for 30 minutes.
Is that a different streaming service?
Adirondack Trail.
Yeah.
Adirondack Trail.
Adirondack Trail, yeah.
National Geographic's channel.
So I did that, and it was kind of cool. So there you go, new gym.
That's cool.
So my goal is to try to go like every other day, like when I'm not doing the Orange Theory.
That's a lot. So that's a lot. So now that's like a gym or Orange Theory 5 times a week.
Yeah, I was thinking more like 3 or 4, but yes, like every other day I would do one thing or the other.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing or the other.
Cool. I'm not perfect.
That's great. I think you are perfect, actually.
Thank you.
Except for all that shit behind you. You're literally not quite perfect.
Shit. I have that behind me because I think it's fun for the show.
It's not.
What's the story with this Dr. Pepper shirt you're wearing?
My wife bought it for me for my birthday, so I wore it.
Okay. I didn't know if you had written to them and they sent you a shirt.
My wife bought it for me for my birthday.
They sell them.
Yeah.
I think Wombat could write to them and get a Dr. Pepper shirt.
I do have a really cool Dr. Pepper shirt. I think Sabrina has it now, that I got from Major League Gaming.
Right.
It's a Major League Gaming Dr. Pepper co-branded t-shirt it's got to be 12 years old, if not older. But that actually.
Are you drinking a lot of Dr. Pepper? Like what's the?
I like Diet Dr. Pepper. That would probably be my soda of choice. If you're like, hey, what's any soda you could have right now? I'd be like, oh, Diet Dr. Pepper would be nice. So it's not out of left field.
I feel like he's just enjoying the shirt these days.
But I kind of like the shirt. Yeah.
It's fine to just enjoy the shirt and not be drinking the soda. I don't know why you make him drink the soda, Ship.
I'm not. I didn't. Oh. He could be having Dr. Pepper gum. Remember that?
I do remember Dr. Pepper gum.
Oh, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like juicy? Yeah, it had like the squirt thing in the middle.
Yeah, the squirt thing. You just squirt
it was
yourself
like square. It was square brown gum. You know how I like my gum? Square and brown.
And with like a big squirt of sugar syrup in the middle.
Juice in the middle.
Nice. All right, that's it. I think we're all caught up on everything, and we can move on to some show feedback.
Sounds exciting.
Do
you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Christian Venzina has to say, Cheapy for getting Vezina.
Funky cold Vizina.
We were talking about bike riding last week, and you said that you have trouble because of the seats. And he said, Cheapy, if you're getting sore balls from riding a bike, it's likely a fit issue. Often this is due to the seat being too high, forcing you to lean too far forward to hold the bars. So you got to fix your seat, I guess.
I don't even have a bike, so there's no problem. Problem solved.
Good. Yeah, we did it. And just in regards to the show, the live show, the live show we did. MD Polaris had to say, we did well with our children and they were very entertaining. So just, anytime someone compliments our kids, I'll probably put it on the outline.
And as another show note, that live show is now available in video form as of maybe a few days ago.
Excellent.
Took a minute, but we got it.
You got it. You got it.
Excellent.
Good job.
Let's do Watch This, Jerks.
Sure.
Nobody watches movies anymore. They're too long.
I watched nothing.
Nothing? Because you're too busy at the gym.
Show. I played some video games. I can't think of anything like exciting. I watched no movies. That's for sure.
No. We watched another episode of Chim Crazy, and I know that you're not going to watch it, Wombat, but I was thinking, like, did you have some sort of traumatic chimp experience or something? Like, you have a fear of chimps at all, or no?
No, I don't have a fear of chimps.
Okay.
I just know what chimps can do.
Right.
I'm educated in the chimpanzee.
Yes.
And I understand that no one should keep them around because they are dangerous, violent. Aren't they like the only other species that murder for fun other than humans?
I don't know if that's true, actually. I think that might
Is
be
that
like
true?
that might be fake.
Something weird like that. Again, I said
Did
maybe.
ChatGPT tell you that?
It sounds like a ChatGPT. But they're like violent, messed up, sadistic animals, chimpanzees.
Well, I mean, they're not meant, like you said, they're not meant to be. But why wouldn't you want to watch a show that talks about? Did you like Tiger King or no?
Tiger King was fine.
Okay.
I watched it.
Okay, but like it's the same concept. So not the same concept. Similar concept, different twist in terms of like what happens through the story. And it gets very interesting, but it does have that violent part that you were mentioning.
Yeah, I don't want the violent part.
But didn't Tiger King have that too? I feel didn't some
was
arms
like
got ripped off?
One person lost an arm.
I mean, so I feel like there's some sort of like chimp issue.
Well, I think with Tiger King, it was very brief, and
This
also
is brief
I didn't know it was gonna happen. As soon as you say chimp crazy, I'm like, oh yeah, people are losing faces.
But no,
and I am not watching someone lose a face.
That's weird that you think that when you hear the name chimp crazy, because to me that sounds like very whimsical. Like, oh, they love chimps, they're chimp crazy. I don't think, oh my God, the chimps went crazy and killed people. But that's where your mind went. So I feel like there's nothing that happened like at a zoo or something.
No, I never saw anyone get their face ripped off.
No, I don't mean that, but like something else. Like it doesn't have to be directly.
I don't even know if I've ever been to a zoo that has chimps.
What? You've been to like the Bronx Zoo or any zoo?
There are no chimps at the Bronx Zoo. There's gorillas.
There's no chimps at the Bronx Zoo. They have everything.
No.
What are you, a chimp expert now?
Hold on.
I have to look. Chimps.
There are.
You know, you are a member at the Bronx Zoo, so I feel like you would know maybe.
I'm not a member this year, but I have.
But you have been.
Like every other year, we usually do.
The Monkey House ends a 111-year run. I don't know. Wait, here. See, our animals. They have a D-hole.
It's called a dole, not a D-hole.
No, I think it's called D-hole.
It's a dole.
I don't see chimp. I see gorilla. See, you do know.
I said they have gorillas.
I know you said that.
I know what animals are at the Bronx Zoo.
You do?
Yes.
Do they have squirrel monkeys?
I don't know what monkeys they have.
You just said you know what animals they have at the Bronx Zoo, and I named one, and you said you don't know if they have it.
I know they have monkeys. Monkeys are all the same.
Do they have small clawed? I feel like you may not know as much as you lead on.
I know enough of. I know the difference between a chimpanzee and a gorilla.
Do you know
gorillas? If you told me there was a gorilla show, I'd watch the gorilla show.
Even if it was called Gorilla Crazy.
Gorilla Crazy, I'm watching. Chimp Crazy, I'm not.
Let's see. I feel like you have some prejudice towards chimps, and you may not even be aware of what caused it.
I definitely have a prejudice against chimpanzees. I don't know what speciest. I am speciest against chimpanzees.
What about a bonobo?
Bonobos are different. Bonobos are not as bad as chimpanzees, but I still wouldn't want to have one as a pet.
Shep, you may have to ask your wife about this. She may have some insight.
Bonobos are our closest relatives outside of humans.
So bonobo crazy.
Bonobos. Yeah, we have bonobos at the zoo.
But bonobo crazy, you're like, fine, you're gonna watch that. A bonobo could kill you, right?
A bonobo probably could.
Yeah,
no doubt it could.
Yeah.
So why 100%. Would you watch bonobo crazy but not chimp crazy?
I'm not watching chimp crazy.
Chimps
freak me out, dude.
That's it. See, they do. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because they're, you learn like their muscle density? It's like Superman, like literally like Superman. Their muscle density is more dense than ours. So like a 200-pound chimp could kick the shit out of a 200-pound man. Like no matter what, a 200-pound ripped man is nothing to a 200-pound chimp.
No, rip his arms off.
Fucking rip everything off. You go chimp crazy on his ass.
Go chimp crazy, right for the face and the testicles.
Holy shit! And then eat everything. Just to eat.
Yes.
They rip and eat.
They rip off the face, they rip off the testicles, and they eat it.
Yeah. You want me to watch? Apparently from this my Googling here. This headline that I've come across is bonobos are the only primates, including humans, that don't kill others in their species.
Yes.
We're not in their species.
Well, right, but they also are not killing.
Well, we
other
watched that the
bonobos.
bonobo thing on Netflix. That was a cute show. The bonobo families. What was
Bonobo
that
chill.
called? Yeah. Bonobos.
Bonobos
Bonobos are
and
not
chill.
so bad. Bonobos and chill.
All right. Well, there's no way I'll get you to. What about you, Ship? Would you watch Chimp Crazy? It's
I'm
really
not gonna
good.
watch Chimp Crazy. Why would I watch that?
It's good. I'm telling you,
See,
it's
same
good.
reason.
Chimps are eating off people's faces.
And testicles.
But that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about.
That's all.
No, but the
chimps are
rest of it,
about.
I don't. The rest of it sounds depressing to me too.
No. The point is like the chimps are like lovely little adorable babies, and then they grow up to be big, fucking powerful, super,
Right, they're
mammals.
nothing but muscle.
Right,
Mhm.
nothing but muscle, and they're in like a little cage, and like
Why
one
do I want
little
to see that?
because
If it was a special about chimps in the wild,
okay, but listen,
I
but
Or
would
even
watch
in
Chimps in the
like in
Wild.
a
well, they're trying
actual
to get
zoo.
them. They're trying to. The point is like the PETA is trying to rescue the chimps, and Alan Rickman is involved. Not Alan Rickman is his name, not Alan Rickman.
no, he's quite dead.
It's not him. It's
The chimps
Alan
got him.
Cumming. Alan Cumming.
Okay.
So he was in a movie with this. See, now Wombat's interested. He was in a movie with one of the chimps in the movie. Okay. He was in the movie.
Any Which Way But Loose.
No, it was a movie with a bunch of
That's
chimps.
an orangutan.
No.
Get him right.
Anyway, so
That's off the Clint Eastwood.
they also eat testicles.
Did you like
for
my
fun.
Clyde impersonation?
great.
You missed
It was fantastic.
I didn't.
Thank
Nobody
you.
missed it. Don't worry. And so Alan Cumming is trying to rescue the main chimp in the movie, in the documentary rather, and he starred in a movie with this chimp, and he's offering rewards, and it gets chimp crazy.
No.
Alan Cumming is the guy that looks like Pee Wee Herman, right?
Yes,
He was Nightcrawler in X2.
yes,
Right.
But
and not
he
in
likes his
Mystery Men.
chimp.
Pee Wee Herman was in Mystery Men.
I saw Alan Cumming
Alan
on
Cumming
Broadway
was in
Broad-
X-Men.
in Cabaret on Broadway.
Yep, he is chimp crazy for this chimp. He's in it, Wombat. I think he mentions that you saw him on Broadway in the show.
Yeah.
He mentioned that.
I actually did go backstage.
Yeah, I
and
remember because he mentioned
And
it.
I got to meet Gina Gershon, who
Yep,
was,
she was
in
there.
that same performance.
I remember.
And
they
that's also
mentioned
when
that
I
too.
met Liev Schreiber because he was dating Gina Gershon at the time.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good looking couple. Or it was a good looking
That's
couple.
my memory. That's before I met my wife.
Right.
It's a long ass time ago.
Yep.
'Cause
So
it was my
happy 20th
yeah.
anniversary, by the way.
Yeah, I'm wearing my gift, my new watch.
Rolex, nice.
Ooh.
It's big.
That's a nice Rolex, dude.
Thanks.
What is that? The Submariner? I don't know anything
Yeah.
about watches.
Yep, it's the Omega Mon.
Omega
No,
Supreme, is that what that is?
it's just
Yeah,
an
yeah.
Apple Watch. It's an Apple Watch, but it's
Right.
the big one. It's
That's- By the way, the only watch that I could recognize that you could hold up would be an Apple Watch, probably, and
yeah.
that's what it was.
Yep.
You probably recognize one of those ones that were like the off-brand Transformers watches.
Those
Remember
ones that
those?
pop off and you could turn them
Yeah,
into a little
pop
robot.
off. And
Oh, from
you'd
the
unfold
80s, you
their-
mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those I know. I had
You'd
one of
recognize
those.
that.
I had that.
Those are the two watches you'd recognize.
And the Star Wars watch.
And a
Amazing.
Casio
Were those
calculator watch.
Tokais? T-O-K-A-I? Is that what it was?
Could be.
Is that burned in my brain enough?
I think that could be could be.
I feel like I'm close. I don't know.
Let's look it up. Why not? Doesn't that mean clock in Japanese or something?
I will
No.
take your word for it.
Watch.
Isn't that yokai that means that?
Oh. Yeah, we'll never find it. What else are we watching here? Charlie Hustle and the Matter of Pete Rose. I guess Chip watched that.
I did watch some of that. So that is on the Max.
Okay.
And it's a documentary series. So I think there's like 5 episodes of it. I watched the first episode. If you're from Cincinnati, it's really good because you recognize all the things. And everybody, I don't know, like in Cincinnati, people like Pete Rose.
Sure.
I think everywhere else, people do not like Pete Rose.
I don't know. I think I remember Pete Rose being like a likable character in the 80s. I mean, not likable, but colorful.
Colorful,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good word.
Did you like all the betting? Is that what you liked?
That part was bad.
Like I'm assuming by the time they get to the 5th episode of this, they're just like everybody's just like looking around, like look at all the betting that's going on now, and going like
everything is sponsored by the betting.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Now the betting is just part of it.
It's just all part of it now. So yeah, it's well done. It's like there's a lot of interviews from like I don't know, international or national like known names that you would know, like that were involved with the Reds or other organizations.
Is Johnny Bench in it?
He was not in the first episode, at least. Joe Morgan was in it. Al Michaels. It's interesting because like they show like clips of like Pete Rose like being at these like benefit events, or
Is
I don't
the
know,
San Diego Chicken in it?
probably.
So he has the biggest role, probably.
But it like it's weird because there's like it's somewhat sympathetic, but also it's just like, well, this guy's just he's kind of like just off color as well, right?
Out of
like,
control.
Yeah,
a little.
Yeah, but he's like 80. I think he's like 85 or something like that.
Sure. No, I meant back then he was kind of out of control. I guess his personality was out of control. At least
I think
like,
still it's a little bit like that. But he's like he really wants to be in the Hall of Fame, right? Like
why can't they should just let him in? Like why not let him in? Like you say, like betting is such a big part of every sport now that like they're literally sponsoring the fucking teams and the league itself, and it's part of the broadcast. And we can't really pretend that it's some really like sports at all really like wholesome, really. Like go to a stadium and like almost everything there is like alcohol vending. If you took out all the alcohol vending of a stadium, be a lot of empty space.
They'll have dispensaries there soon. Don't worry.
I'm just saying that and like sports gambling, it's not really like that wholesome of an activity. Let the guy in the fucking Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying.
And it's not like it's slippery because you don't want other people to be betting on the games, like that are playing in the games. Other athletes betting on the games,
right?
But he's already like it's already over. Like he's not playing any more games. Like you've already banned him. Like he's 85 years old.
Right. At this point, we can let him in.
I think we can let him in at this point.
Yeah, it's like cruel, a little cruel at this point, and it's a lot hypocritical and a little cruel.
Right. And the guy was like winning like championships too. It's not like he was like throwing games and everything because of this.
He generated a lot of money for the league and his team and other teams probably. It's like, come on.
Yeah. So it's good though. I'm definitely going to watch the other 5 episodes of it.
These opinions brought to you by DraftKings. Use coupon code CAGcast to get something.
Yes.
I actually saw that on, advertised on Max, that documentary, and I almost clicked on it.
Almost.
It made me a little sad at the beginning because it was shot during, I don't know, a few years back, like probably during COVID or right after COVID.
Right.
And like it opens up like with the Bengals going to the Super Bowl. Like that's the time period this is at. And he's like talking about like how much he likes the like the Bengals and Joe Burrow, and like Joe Burrow is a lot like him and everything. And then like he's like, "What I bet on the Rams." All right, that's a good way to start this.
Did the Bengals win? I don't even know. They didn't. The Rams won, so he won.
They did not. Yeah, the Bengals
still talking about betting too, which is good.
Yeah.
Maybe just keep the betting stuff to yourself when you're making the documentary.
It's really easy to remember, Cheapy, because the Bengals have never won.
Right.
So it's real easy to remember.
I should know that. Shit. All right. Should we move on to new releases?
Are we moving on from politics and sports? Is that what we're doing?
And chimpanzees.
Oh no! Wait. We watched a few more episodes of Terminator Zero, which is on Netflix. That's the anime, the Terminator anime. I've decided that it's good and it has what you want from a Terminator show. Like, what do you want from a Terminator show?
Arnold butt.
Terminators?
You don't have Arnold's butt.
Oh.
Terminator. Okay. Terminators. Good. What specifically do you want
choice
about the Terminators?
going back in time to different points to try to change the future.
Okay, I
But I
thought
want,
you were
I want
describing the
them to go back to
Terminators.
like the Revolutionary War to find John Connor's great grandfather
Right.
and be like, hey, come with me if you want to stop the British and save humanity. 'Cause
Right.
that would be, yeah.
Right, but the Terminator has to be like 5'4" because everybody's really short back then, and he has to
Yeah.
fit in.
He has to fit in, and he goes and he helps win the Revolutionary War and find John Connor's ancestors'
Right.
proper spouse so they can make
doesn't
sure
have
that they
that.
procreate and start the bloodline.
Okay. Instead of that, how about back in time to 90s
Tell me
Tokyo?
how that does not sound like a good movie. By
That
the
could
way.
be season 2. Why not
Yeah.
season 2?
Wait, they're in Tokyo.
In the
the
90s. In the 90s.
So they're going after like the scientists.
They're going after the scientists. But it's different scientists, and there's like an AI thing involved, and you're not really sure if like Skynet is the bad guy or this AI or something. Like you're not really sure what's going on. But the point is, like Wombat said, you need Terminators. And for me, like I want Terminators, and I want to see a lot through like the Terminator vision. You know, like I want to see everything through Terminator vision with like details on the screen, like scanning this, fucking looking, you know, finding that. And it has that. So, and it's got like, you know, violence, and it's 25 minutes long each episode. And it's cool. And you watch it in Japanese with subtitles, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a nice quality Terminator show in 25 minutes. All right, let's do some new releases. The big one being Astrobot this week, which I'm assuming Ship has played.
I am playing that.
How much have you played?
That's good. We are on the second, I guess, solar system, galaxy, however these things are split up. So it is very good. Like,
so the reviews were like all 9s and 10s.
Yeah, it's a really good video game. Like the little one that came with the PlayStation was good. But a much smaller thing with like really things that were like tailored to the controller.
Right.
And since then, this is, at least so far, I haven't run into any like blowing on the controller type stuff. Like they've toned down that stuff, but
That's
it still has like it makes a difference in the battery life of the controller too. Like that first game would just like drain the battery of your controller. Like,
but they really wanted to show you all this stuff. But...
Right. So it's still, it like feels really good because it's got really good immersion for like how the controller feels in your hand, like when you're running over stuff or like grabbing onto stuff.
Right.
Like it does that better than I think any game ever.
Huh.
Like the actual like feeling of the controller and like how it equates to what's happening on the screen.
That's interesting.
It controls really well. It's got all the I recognize that in the PlayStation universe stuff going on. Yeah, yes, there's the clapping going on. But it's just a really solid platformer too. Like that has like, it mixes it up like with the different ideas and the different power-ups, and you get the frog gloves and you can like do like springy gloves and punch stuff. And do you think
it's
just very like there's a lot of variation to it?
First of all, like these games are now like super rare, like a pretty decent budget platformer.
Mm-hmm.
Only going to be really made by like a first party like this. Do you think like people are going to buy this? Like I know it's got amazing reviews.
Are buying,
I think a lot of people are buying this.
Great.
I think the reviews help quite a bit, I would guess.
That'd be good because
it's $60. Like they're not trying to charge $70 for this.
There is a $70 version.
Oh, I'm sure they're trying to charge $70 for this.
There is a $70.
There's probably many versions, but the base version is $60.
No, there's only two versions. There's a 60 and a 70, and if you buy the $60 version, you can get the $10 upgrade at any time. So they don't. I will say, if you're gonna do it that way, I'm okay with that. Like they're not like, oh, you didn't buy the more expensive version. Well, you're SOL. So.
I mean, even the version you get, like it has a code. Like I don't even understand this. Like I bought it, and then there's like a code inside, and I didn't pre-order anything. It's just like the first printing of the game. It's like, here's this extra stuff. I'm like, okay, thanks. You could have just like given me that
Right.
Yes, I didn't need to like put in this other
So
code.
you got it on disc.
Yes, I got it on disc. Why wouldn't I get it on disc?
Well, I mean, what if you want to upgrade your PlayStation in the near future and then you don't have a disc drive?
Well, then I pay $80 and then the problem solved. But Astrobot is very good. It'll be in Game of the Year conversations easily because
you're not even playing the good version though. You're gonna need to drop another $700. As we'll talk about later.
You think so?
That's what they said.
No, he's gonna have to drop $780.
Like, sorry, what's that shit?
You think I need to like wait, stop playing Astrobot right now?
Yeah, it's gonna look
it's gonna look so much better on the Pro.
Oh man, it's gonna be like PS2 really versus fun. PS4.
Yeah, I don't know. It's surprising how good it is. Like it's Nintendo quality platforming.
Okay, that's great.
Right? So
sounds enjoyable.
Pretty good. It's pretty enjoyable.
I don't have a PlayStation, and I don't think I'm going to get a Pro because that seems crazy. Are there any other new releases that we?
I've been playing Yars Rising. I was sent a code by our friends at Atari.
Oh, it's a from the Yars series. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
It is a reimagining of the Yars series as a side-scrolling Metroidvania platform adventure game where you play as I guess she's like her nickname is Yar, and she has the Yar's little bug tattoo on her arm, and she is, I guess, a hacker / corporate espionage thief who has broken into she's broken into a skyscraper. I'm like simplifying the plot line, and she's supposed to just get the information and get out. But of course it doesn't go that way, and she gets stuck in the building. So now she's working her way through this very large skyscraper and trying to get out with her life and the stuff.
And her name is Yars.
And her name is Yar. And when she hacks things, it's like a Yars mini game, like from the old Atari game.
Oh, okay.
I'm not loving the graphics of this thing though.
Loving.
Yeah, what is this?
It's like anime inspired
video
with when you're in the regular game.
Okay.
So, it's cute.
Here, I
it's just not connecting with me as far as like I don't
Yars.
know. Yeah, as far as this is a Yars.
Yeah,
thing.
What the hell? It looks really.
It's just like a blue haired girl with pigtails.
Yeah, basically.
She looks woke.
And actually, I think it's the opposite. I actually think she's very male gaze appropriate. I think it actually is opposite of woke.
Right.
If you want to, yeah.
I bet my groin was woke.
So Erna Semper in the chat says Way Forward made this game. So okay, if that's true, I understand what this game is, and it's probably pretty good.
Yes, it is very much a Way Forward game. It is very good. Yeah, it's a good game. I think it could use more save stations, but that's just me. Because I'm bad at everything. But other than that, good game.
Cool.
So, Yars Rising. Yar.
What do we got? Anything else? New releases?
NBA 2K25 came out, but I have not played that yet.
Waiting for that State Farm.
Isn't there a go-karting fucking thing in there?
Yeah, I think there's go-karting this year.
What the hell?
You know, it's more than they're putting into freaking Madden. So,
right.
Very disappointed in this year's Madden.
Madden's gotten stale, you're saying?
Yeah.
A little stale?
Yeah, a little stale.
I don't know what to say. I haven't put. All right, let's get on to your fortnightly news, Wombat.
Yes, I didn't actually put this on the outline, but I thought it was interesting. It was Darkness sent it to put it in the Discord earlier today. IGN re-reviewed Fortnite today.
Okay.
It's like they did it.
How did it review?
It got a 9 out of 10.
Whole Epic is having a fucking huge celebration right now.
Right.
9 for Fortnite, and it's updated review with an updated review score.
What was its previous review score?
I don't know, but probably not a 9 because I think it was a release review.
Right.
So
They waited this long to review it again.
yeah. So,
Boy.
but the good thing is that it's been reviewed as if it's a new release. That means I get to treat it as a new release for the rest of the year.
Are there that few games coming out that they needed to go back
That
and
they were like, hey, you know
review?
what? I think the fact that it is the most played game on all consoles kind of
driving
might
the
have been
traffic
like,
that way?
At the end of the
Yeah.
day, like, who gives a shit? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I don't know.
It doesn't
I
need.
thought it was interesting.
I mean, it's interesting, but
It's interesting. That's all. Literally,
Right.
that's it. I just
is it
thought
as
was
interesting as a $700 PlayStation, though?
No, it is not.
It is
I
not.
mean,
That is interesting. Come on, that is interesting. $700
well, it's
PlayStation.
a $700 PlayStation, $700 Fortnite machine. Because really, that's the game. That's
Did they
gonna bring
announce
the best
Fortnite as one of the improved games on Pro? I don't think so. I don't recall
I'm sure it
seeing
would be.
Eventually, maybe. But like, how good? I mean, what's that? What could they really do?
Sony is a big investor in Fortnite, so
So,
I'd
like,
be surprised if it doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying.
is Sony really expecting to sell a lot of these at $700?
No, I don't
Are
think
they
so,
making
no.
a lot of them? Like, what's the
I
story
don't
here?
know.
It seems like
It's the same thing with any time there's one of these companies does this. This is not an everybody machine. This is a niche machine for, it's not a PlayStation 6. It's a PlayStation 5 Pro. It's just for people that want to have a more expensive PlayStation 5.
who wants that? Who are these people?
You're staring at one and it's not me.
It's not Ship. He has no interest in this. He wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole.
There's nothing there that's exciting to me.
There's going to be enough people that they'll probably sell all of them.
I wonder, just like they know, like, I mean, they have a good idea of how many they're going to sell. They're not, they're very informed. Obviously, they must know that price is the most important thing. So they're not going to sell very many of these because it's just so much more expensive. It's not even close. It's crazy, and it doesn't even come with a disk drive, as you said earlier, Wombat.
Right, and then it's talking this AI-driven upscaling. Like, that doesn't excite me at all. Like, what's that supposed to, like,
upscaling?
Get people. I know, but
if you have an 8K TV, that would be good, probably. Do you have an 8K TV?
I don't. I have a 98-inch TV.
Is it 8K?
It's not.
Okay. I guess you need some more Ks, or maybe skip this for now.
It's got. I mean, you got 3 stripes on this, or 4 stripes on this thing.
It looks
now, right?
just like it looks just like the new Slim, I guess. The PS5 Slim. It might be an inch taller, but it might be exactly the same. I've read conflicting things. I'm sure it'll run PlayStation 5 games really well. Yes. Guaranteed. So Wombat, I need your attention, Wombat, because this.
I'm listening.
Okay, but I need you to look. I need your visual. I need your eyes for this part.
I'm looking.
Well, you're not looking at the right thing, though. When you stop it, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I was on Kotaku, and they had a side-by-side like slide presentation of PS5 Pro,
which is what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want you to look at the one that I put on our document. Okay, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I took off the markings so you don't know which is the Pro and which is the regular. Just like to ask you, Wombat, I'd like you to just, both decide, and I'd like to poll you. So whenever you feel comfortable telling me your answer.
Okay, let me really zoom in here.
I think I'm gonna go just based on
what game is this? Is Last of Us 2, I guess, right? Remastered, I believe.
I'll take your word for it.
By the way, it's hard. You notice that it's hard to tell the difference, right?
Oh, there is no difference.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the one on the left is the Pro.
Okay.
And the one on the right is not Pro.
Okay, Ship.
I also believe that to be true.
You're correct.
Just because the grass looks slightly better.
Slightly better. That was literally what I was going based on.
It's
Also,
hard.
You can't see a car in the one on the right, or you can't see that car on the one on the left.
Yeah. The car is not as visible as it is in the older version.
Yeah. I was on Kotaku where they had that slide presentation. I was just looking through it before the show, and I just laughed out loud. I was like, if you didn't mark these, I would be like squinting to find the difference, which is exactly what happened with you guys.
We both could do it though.
You did
a
it.
Difference.
You did it, but it took you. You weren't just like, oh. Anyway, I just thought that was funny, and it was. Something that I thought was interesting and maybe that you guys didn't know about was that, did you know that Ubisoft, because of the Activision Blizzard deal, Ubisoft has all the rights to cloud streaming games that Microsoft and Activision have.
Okay.
So
in like the UK or
everywhere. Because they had to make this deal to get the deals passed in the UK. Right? So the deal is if you're outside of Europe, Ubisoft is deciding which services get the cloud streaming rights. So they own the rights and they can decide. They can sell them back to Microsoft. They can sell them to some other service. But I didn't realize that this was a thing that happened until I just randomly saw this headline the other day. So they had to give this up because to get this deal pushed through in Europe. Of course, in America, they don't give two shits. They just, any big companies want to come together, it's pretty much okay. But Europe put this pretty big concession in, but the concession is really like, how big is the cloud streaming business going to be, right? This is like, when are people going to be playing Call of Duty through cloud streaming and not downloading a game to their console? Because they have these rights, I think it's for 15 years.
Yeah, it says for 15 years. I'm reading through this now.
Yeah. I just thought it was really interesting.
So they decided to give this to a European company. Is how this worked?
Yes.
Sony, you're saying?
No, Ubisoft.
No, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Well, they had to petition. They had to go before like this, some like European.
Yes, and the European company got it.
Yeah. Yes. The European company got it, right? Because that's where they were concerned, I guess. The what is this? The Competition and Markets Authority. It's actually a British company. That's a British organization that was holding up the merger.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't like the French. They did it for fairness.
Sure.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. So like these games are going to be on Ubisoft Plus, like their subscription service. You'll be able to play Call of Duty on those. Like it's interesting. Streaming only. Correct. Like the other ones, like what GeForce Now. I don't know how big these services are. My guess is not very.
Xbox Cloud, isn't that one?
Xbox Cloud, yeah. And like so Microsoft would have to license it back from Ubi. Anyway,
Amazon Prime Gaming, is that the name of the one?
Is that still a thing? No, it's not called that. It's definitely not called that. It's had like a woman's name.
Luna.
Yes.
Luna. Yes.
Your dog's name. That's the only reason why you remember it. I'm sure, Wanda.
Sure is.
Because I know you don't have it or ever talk about it or think about it.
It's named after my dog. Also, because for every now and again, I'll check the Prime Gaming tab because they used to give out good stuff for free. They don't do that anymore, though, and it's kind of sad.
I feel like there's been some Apex stuff, maybe. There hasn't been anything. I've just been slow to log in.
It's been months. They got rid of all of the free downloadable content that used to be able to get on Prime. I don't know why, but yeah, it also used to be the same. Like you could go and you get like some Madden players and Apex stuff and some Call of Duty skins and all that. They got rid of all that.
Right.
Kind of lame.
I agree. Have you guys been playing more Star Wars?
I have. I played a good amount over the weekend.
I'd like to hear about it because I'm still interested in like.
I am at the point now where I fixed my hyperdrive.
Congratulations.
I am now exploring the galaxy.
Okay, how is that?
I have basically there's like 4 different planets you can go to.
The fire planet, the winter planet.
The galaxy.
The galaxy of 4 planets.
The galaxy in quotes, you mean?
And by galaxy I mean 2 desert planets, an ice planet, and I haven't actually been to the
casino planet.
Probably. But I mean the game does get better. Like it does. I did get kind of sucked into it and wanted to progress the storyline and see what's what and get more doodads and upgrade my character and all that stuff. So it does scratch that itch. It does do that very well. I upgraded my weapon, I think 3 times since the last show.
What's your weapon? What do you mean your weapon?
You have a blaster. You have a blaster.
Oh, Jan Solo's blaster.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jan
Famous
Solo's
blaster. Is it the
blaster.
same
Yep.
one? It must be the same. They must have that, right?
Yeah,
Got
it's
a
the
bow
same.
on it.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the
Are you
same
getting
blaster,
loot in
but
this
it's
game?
pink. Huh?
Is there loot in this game?
Not really.
No.
Oh.
You upgrade your stuff and you unlock some new abilities.
Hmm.
Like lock picking becomes easier. That kind of stuff.
How
it's
would
that
you
kind-
compare the space travel stuff and exploration to Starfield?
It's not the same type thing. I mean, when you're in space, there is some space combat, but it's not like so in depth that it's like,
Remember Starfield?
Yes, I do remember Starfield.
I don't.
I know. I finished.
I didn't get
that
off the first
story.
planet of
You
Starfield.
did finish. You did finish.
I did finish that game. I may finish the Star Wars game. Like I said, it's a
Oh,
very
you'll
good game.
finish. You like it. You like it. It's
I do
fine.
like it.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
like
I'll
it.
finish the Star Wars game.
It does do a lot of things very well. It's the things that it doesn't do well that it get annoying. Like, I worked
Which they're
real
going to fix.
hard.
They said they're going to fix that now.
Yeah, they said they're going to fix a lot of
No
that.
more like instant failing on the stealth stuff. They said
Yeah.
they're gonna patch that. Say like, oh, the main gameplay in this game, we're
Mhm.
gonna fix that. We're gonna say like,
We'll
no,
patch
that was
that
a bad
in.
idea.
After you played like 20 hours of it, it will fix.
Right.
Mhm.
Just goes to show you, like you really are penalized by being an early player of like any type of game. Like
Pretty much.
Fortnite, you were penalized. Like the game's now a 9 out of 10 according to IGN. And
Like I need these
Hmm.
stormtroopers to be really stupid when I'm trying to sneak around.
Yes.
Right. Like I don't need stormtroopers who are competent.
right.
Mhm.
That's not what I'm looking for. in
And
Star
there's
Wars
too
game.
many. There are too many missions where it's like, or even if you have to go someplace where your reputation is not good, and it's like, I can try to get my reputation up to good, so I could just walk in and take the thing, or I could try to stealth it, but that sounds like it'll be a pain in the butt, and it's like yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's-
So
It sounds like I could really be enjoying this game in about a year.
yeah, like I did
Possibly.
I did a fun mission, and it was a main mission where you're like sent from the galaxy I'm in to another galaxy to rescue a guy off of a pirate freighter. So you go on and there's a bunch of pirates, and I knocked a couple out, and then I got caught, and then I just shot the rest because they're pirates, so it doesn't matter. And then I freed the guy and I took him back, and it was like the guy who hired me, I was rescuing his boyfriend. That was the mission. But I got some doodads from that, and yeah.
Girl power.
Yes.
Are they going to
Girl-
patch out her face?
I mean,
Is that bad to say?
It is a
even?
little. No, because it is distracting. Again, it's a different art style than the rest of the game.
It worked with Sonic.
Yeah.
If people, it's hard to tell because people complain about stupid things now, but this is like a real concern, I feel.
It's different.
It doesn't look
It's a
like a
choice.
human being. She's human, right?
Yes, she's human.
Right. Okay.
Her pet is cute, though.
The pet. Can they just swap the heads?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good.
That would work.
I played more of the Call of Duty 6 beta.
How's that?
It's fun. It's over. I'm sure it's over now, but you can, it's a lot of diving now. Diving and lying down on the ground. Like they're really encouraging you now to just like lie on the ground and shoot people as they run by you really fast. Like
Nice.
they're literally like they've added that to the gameplay. And so like you can't even complain that people are camping now because that's like part of it.
You know
like,
what it needs? It needs
What?
jetpacks, and Captain America shields.
why?
Because
They
that's
probably
what
sell
Fortnite
them.
has.
They're probably
That's
going to.
Fortnite. That's what
Oh.
Fortnite
What
is.
Fortnite
now.
is right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they added like Captain America like skin to this game because they do sell things.
I technically have two in Fortnite.
It's not about Fortnite, man. We're talking Call of Duty. This is a man's game. When you load up Call of Duty beta, you don't see some like square faced chick that you don't even know like if it's a human or not. Call of Duty, you load that up, it's a hot chick. And she's got a tattoo on her arm, and she's tough, and she's got a gun. And that's the first thing you see when you load up the Call of Duty 6 beta, and you know exactly what you're getting.
I mean,
Lying down on the ground, shooting people in their face as they run by.
but is it? Can you be Chun-Li?
I mean, maybe I don't know. They sell a lot of shit in that store too. I'm sure they're gonna get to all the fucking shit that they can sell. We can wrap around your character. They had Cheech and Chong in the last one. I mean, I think really pretty much anything's on the table at this point. They've figured it out, right? They've watched Fortnite be like, they've literally put any fucking character in Fortnite. Like, we should do the same thing. Like, fucking Cheech and Chong, sure. Fucking, I don't know. They put Sylvester Stallone in there, right?
Charlie
Probably.
Chaplin. You could be Charlie Chaplin and
Right.
call it. Huh?
Right. Alan Cumming, he should be in there.
Why not?
Fuck
From
it.
Cabaret or from X2?
Tonka the chimp, get him in there. Rip those fucking faces off. Best finishing move.
Mhm.
All right.
I do have a chimp in Fortnite.
See, but now that you don't mind.
I do like this.
What do you mean you have a chimp? What does that even mean?
Like a skin.
A
Like
skin
I can play
as a chimp.
as a
Yeah,
chimp.
it's like an astronaut.
It's an
space
astro
chimp,
chimp.
right?
Space
Yeah.
chimp. Yeah.
Now you're not worried about him doing anything?
No.
He's
no,
shooting
he
people, and
he
that's
sings
fine.
a song. You push a button and he sings to you.
And then he shoots you.
Yes, that he shoots you.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to the CAG bag.
Mm.
This is from Tin Hoy. He wants to know if Shipwreck has yummy pets. And I just thought that was funny. Flixby writes in and says, if Wombat could play Fortnite with 3 famous people, alive or dead, who would they be?
Okay, so I saw this question on there and I thought about it a little
Good.
bit.
Yay.
Because I know there are some celebrities that play Fortnite. So I'm thinking I would probably want to play Fortnite with the celebrities that play Fortnite.
Smart.
Okay.
You've thought about this for sure.
Yes. Now, this one was actually brought to light to me recently by my own son, is that based on recent news, was that Tyreek Hill, who is now on the Miami Dolphins and was recently detained by police officers.
I watched that video.
Yeah. He also plays Fortnite. Not only does he play Fortnite, but he actually makes like meme TikToks about Fortnite that he like sets up and puts time and effort into, and like he's like into it. And I appreciate his sense of humor and his love of the game of Fortnite. So I would like to play with Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I would
Interesting.
also play with Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, who was in Fortnite, but is also known to play the occasional game of Fortnite.
Another controversial choice.
Yeah. Is that a controversial choice?
Yeah.
And I would also play with the current head writer of Rick and Morty and video game podcast host in her own right and famous improviser Heather Ann Campbell, who is also a very big Fortnite player. So I would play with them. And we could
Not
talk about
JD
Rick
Vance.
not JD Vance. And we could
He doesn't
that would
play
be a good
Fortnite.
squad. We could talk about the next season of Rick and Morty and football and the MCU, and I think that would be a good time.
All right. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll happen.
Maybe it'll happen. I'm saying that would be a fun. You tell me you wouldn't watch that stream.
I would watch any stream that you're on. I don't know
That's
who those
fair.
people. I don't know who she is, but I would watch the stream if you're
She's
on
the
it.
head writer of Rick and Morty. What
I
else
don't
do you
watch
need to
that
know?
show. I've never watched Rick and Morty. I don't know
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. It's not. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying I just I've not watched
Like-
it.
Yeah, but I don't think Darkness like my Brie Larson pick in the
See, I
chat.
told you it was controversial.
It is a controversial pick. I think
she's
think
too
she would be
woke.
fun. Is she too woke?
I think
And so am I. We have all these woke things to talk
Right.
about. We can talk about
Um,
how cool it is to be woke.
Mace writes in and said, a while ago I asked you if you'd bet on beating Serena Williams in ping pong, which led to a fun debate. So my next question is, what are you willing to bet on beating Serena Williams in a pickleball game? I heard it's a mixture of both. How much would you throw down? I've never played pickleball. I have no claim to being good at pickleball. I would imagine that if she has never played pickleball, she would be a lot better than me. And she's probably has played pickleball. So I would bet nothing on me.
I feel like it's more Tennessee than ping pongy, and she would kick your ass.
I would not bet on me. I would advise others to not bet on me.
It's just slightly smaller tennis. So
And if we were to have a fist fight after, I would also not bet on me.
no, she
Okay.
would kick your ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. I would like to try pickleball. It seems I'm getting a lot of ads for pickleball on Instagram about courts that are opening near me, but also I don't really care. If somebody invited me to play pickleball with them, I would go. But
a friend of
Okay.
mine from high school
yes,
is the founder of the New York City Pickleball Club. So if you wanted an in, I could hook you up.
I mean, I don't want to go pay like $120 an hour to play pickleball if that's what.
I'm just saying, if you know.
I just know, all I know is I go to Dick's Sporting Goods,
Uh-huh.
aka
Oh,
Dirty
okay.
Dick's.
I just thought you look for
I
dicks.
go to
Right.
Dick's and I go. No, I go to Dick's and I see the pickleball section, and they're like $90 paddles, and it's just like it looks like they cost $1.50 to manufacture. Like
yeah,
they're just
they look
plastic.
like what you took to the beach.
Yes,
like
they
paddle
look,
ball with.
exactly. They look
They
worse actually because back then everything was sturdier. So it looks like a shitty version of what you took to the beach, but everything
Waiting
is
for toss lacrosse to come back in a big way.
right. But they can't get away with charging $89 for paddles that toss lacrosse. But pickleball somehow does, and there's a whole wall of them at Dick's, and it's like they got pickleball cases, a whole thing of pickleballs. So many accessories. It just makes me feel very jealous because there's the table tennis section is like 2 or 3 shitty tables you can order for your home, but you should not probably. You know what I mean? And the paddles are like, no, big no on the paddles. And the balls are like, these are great for beer pong, but these are like 1-star balls. Like they're probably the wrong size even.
So don't get your balls at Dick's.
Pickleballs, not your ping pong balls.
So you should pickle your balls.
No, stop.
What?
Anyway, it just makes me feel bad.
I'm sorry.
I was telling the coach, the owner of the table tennis club, because his kid is fucking 7 years old and he's so good. He's obviously going to be on like the U.S. national team when the time is right because he's just fucking living it. And I told the coaches, like, how can we make table tennis like popular in the U.S. so this kid can earn a living in the future off it? Because the big chance was when the basketball team was showing interest during the Olympics.
Uh-huh.
Ant and Steph Curry.
Wow. Yeah.
I read
Look at you calling out basketball player names here.
because they like showed a real interest in it, and they showed up at the matches, and they were posting shit on Instagram. And I feel like that was a really like missed. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they recorded some shit or doing some shit in the near future, but
I don't think Anthony Edwards missed any opportunities over there.
no. I'm just saying like the USA table tennis missed opportunities
Oh,
to try
okay.
to get some publicity from these guys who, a fart from them gets more views than like anything that they're putting out.
There was an Instagram of Steph Curry farting. I would totally watch that.
I'm sure there is.
You should pitch if there's some kind of way Steph Curry could do a table tennis show. He does a mini golf show. He has a mini golf show.
Yeah. Is he that interested in table tennis? Like, I feel like
I don't know.
Yeah. It's just a bummer because like these guys could make or literally like make or break the sport in the country. If them showing like a little more interest could just bring money in to train these guys and send them to fucking the Olympics, as opposed to like they're like they're doing like GoFundMe's. Like it's pretty lame. Help us, basketball players. You're our only hope.
Maybe they'll put table tennis, or if they haven't already, into 2K25.
That's the only chance. Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Oh man. I bet you like go-kart use goes up a lot. I mean, that game's popular.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a great show. You got to admit, we delivered a great show.
We did.
I mean, you don't have to admit that.
I admit it. I fully admit it.
All right. Well, that's all we have to say for this week, but we've said a lot. We've said it all. And we'll see you next time.
Sounds good. Bread's done.